But first, our ongoing investigative series, Diagnosis Debt. We have shown you how people have been dealing with those crushing medical bills.
But we have to tell you, this bill is the largest that we've seen yet. 5-year side investigator Jonathan Walsh has been leading our coverage.
All right, Jonathan, this is a man from Menor, and he just felt he had nowhere else to turn.
Until he saw our series. Dan Mascarenas had just pushed aside his problems with medical billing.
Almost instantly, and it became painful.
In 2017, while at work, 59-year-old Dan Mascarenas lifted something.
Actually was like a little ball out of my belly button.
He got a hernia, went to the hospital. They did a scan of his injury.
In the meantime, they found a spot on my kidney.
The tumor was cancerous. Since they had to repair the hernia anyway, they decided to take out Dan's kidney too while he was in the operating room.
Same day, same operation, same anesthesia, same table. Both doctors.
He got rid of the cancerous mass, but then a massive bill arrived in his mailbox.
And it was $57,000 and some change.
57 grand.
57 grand.
In fact, it was $57,939, almost identical to the financing of another large bill, the largest purchase of his life, his home.
So it's incredibly huge.
He immediately started calling Cleveland Clinic for answers, but he says he found himself going in circles.
I've repeatedly called back. I'd have to start my story from the beginning with a new person.
Dan says for weeks he tried tracking down the right information until
I simply just gave up.
Too frustrating?
Too frustrating.
Nothing was getting done.
Nothing.
Most people wouldn't blame him for giving up. He has insurance. He thought he was covered. But still, they said he was on the hook for tens of thousands of dollars. And studies show, get this, 60% of those having problems with paying medical bills already had insurance in the first place.
It's a complicated issue. Insurance is complicated.
Jenna Jarrett is the Assistant Director of Consumer Services for the Ohio Department of Insurance. She says before you give up on your medical billing, feel free to contact them.
If they are not getting what they need through their insurance company, or if they're confused by the information they're receiving from their insurance company, then give us a call.
She says they can step you through your benefits, your bills, because they've helped others in a similar situation as you.
We look at people in the way that if that's a family member of ours, if it's somebody we knew, how would we handle that situation? And that's the way we treat every consumer that comes through the door.
If that doesn't do the trick, you might have to get a medical bill advocate, someone trained to go line by line, tackling those tough, confusing charges.
This can really be challenging work for our patients and their families.
Dr. Jessica Colburn is from the Johns Hopkins University School of Medicine. She says medical bill advocates are usually nurses, social workers, or some kind of care managers
who are trained and have experience in how to navigate the system. So there can be a number of roles a person like that might fill, and so it's important to be specific about the things you're looking for.
We contacted Cleveland Clinic specifically asking about Dan's account. Dan tells us that same day, he got a call from the clinic saying it apologized. It stopped the collections process and it's examining the bill.
Hopefully someone will look into it, we'll get down to it, and I'll pay what I am supposed to pay.
Now, the clinic told us because Dan's case involved 2 procedures and 2 insurance policies, it is complex. Jessica told us doctors are normally removed from the billing process, so folks, don't be afraid to ask them if there's a more cost-efficient way to get yourself some care that will still result in the same positive ending.
Keep asking questions.
Yep, that's don't be afraid. Mm-hmm.